Welcome back to another episode of The Natty Teacher. I am, of course, your host. Who else but The Natty Teacher? And today, we had a push day, our Push A session. Not Push A, excuse me. My apologies. Push B session. So we actually got a little bit of a drive, a little bit of a hike to this gym. So this gym's about 45 minutes away from my work. So we're going to make our way up there. What do we got on the docket today for that session? Well, we got some cable flies to get us started. Then after cable flies, we will move into our flat dumbbell press. After flat dumbbell press, we have our high incline barbell press, very high incline barbell press. One would argue even more of like a shoulder press. Then after that, we will go into our dips. Then after dips, we have some upright rows. Today we're going to flip out the barbell for an easy bar, just kind of get a little bit of a different grip on it. And I'd like to bring the bar a little bit higher than what I have been lately. And then after upright rows, we will move into our single arm overhead tricep extensions. And then that is it. Yeah. Flies, flat dumbbell, shoulder press or high incline press, dips, upright row, triceps, overhead extension. Yeah, that's the session, man. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So we'll get in there, get warmed up, and get into our first movement. We'll say, guys, I'll take this opportunity to make sure that I plug my stuff a little bit here. Again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you do, especially if you're enjoying the content. Make sure you like and share the video, and drop any of those comments, questions, or feedback you got for me down below. Again, if you have any questions or you want to inquire about coaching, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok, just at The Natty Teacher on both those platforms. I'm about to sneeze. We held it. I don't know if that's good or bad. Or you can reach out to me directly, just at the Natty Teacher at gmail.com. So if you want to reach out to my pro email or my professional email, please feel free. And so still looking for a few people to join on and by the Natty team and go from there. But so not a whole lot to say. I do got a little pre-workout caffeine today, but again, we still got another 45 minute drive from where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna actually consume this now, and then I have my regular non-stiff pre-workout here next to me. So we got our Gorilla Mind Bombsicle. Already done a review on this one. It is really, really good, especially if you are somebody who's a big fan of the old Rocket Pops. I gotta admit, this is like a carbonated Rocket Pop. It's really, really good. And a nice sunny day here. Figured this would be a nice little pre-workout treat. I actually, on my way home today, what's pretty cool is I'm stopping off and grabbing a couple 45-pound plates. So I found a pretty solid deal on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to swing over and grab those and go from there. So that should be very cool. So that'll be nice for my next leg day in the dungeon gym, because I need some more weight for my leg press and stuff like that. So I'm excited to be able to use that. But other than that, man, yeah, that's about it. Kind of everything I got going on this evening. We had a staff meeting after work, so I'm running a little bit behind here. I'm probably a good, 45 minutes later than I normally would be. At this time, at this point in my journey to the gym, maybe even a little bit more. So, ready to smack this down. I got a Bro Chat podcast episode, to listen to, so I'm excited for that for sure. And I'll catch you guys for my top set of my first movement, which will be those cable flies, and that's coming at you right about now. All right, so first movement in our Push B session is a pretty normal one here, one that we've started with for a while, just a good old cable fly. So we're rocking that out. Yeah, you do, honey. I got my daughter hanging out with me here, so you probably can hear her in the background. But again, top set here, we're really trying to keep within that 6 to 8 rep range or so. Still kind of towards the upper end of that. I really want to, make sure I don't really move up with the cable fly on that top set until I hit it for a good set of 8. So we're rocking and rolling here, get a nice, good, hard squeeze, keeping that head and chest up. And going from there. So we do 2 working sets here, 1 top set, 1 back off set. Again, both of those with, within that roughly 7 to 10, 6 to 10 rep range. So then we moved into our first bigger movement of the day, just a good old flat dumbbell fly, controlling that weight on the way down, touching the chest, bringing it all the way down, and just coming out hard out of the bottom. We got the 130s here for our top set. We actually did a second set with the 130s as well, as we're starting to add quite a few more reps with the 130s. So feeling really good. Things are moving smoothly. Again, nice and controlled, good range of motion, and going from there, man. So just continuing to make that great progress with it. So happy to see that. We'll be into the double digits with the 130s as far as reps go within, I would assume, the week or so. Then we have a high incline shoulder press. Again, we do have that bench back, I believe, on the third notch. I think the third notch from completely 90 degrees. But again, top set here, keeping around that 6 or 7 rep range or so, really closer to 6 for this top set. Then the back off set, we keep in that 8 to 10 rep range or so. So yeah, felt really good, felt really strong, man. Things are moving up with that very smoothly. Then got some dips. Again, we have, not sure how much on this week it was. I know last week, because this session was 2 push B sessions ago. I know in my last push B session, we were working with 65 pounds of added weight. This one, I think, was maybe 62.5 pounds or so, something like that. But yeah, top set here, and then a back off set again, keeping it in that 6 to 10 rep range or so. Upright rows with an easy bar. To be honest with you, I didn't mind this one, but just in a general sense, upright rows were kind of bugging my shoulders. I really do like the concept of an upright row, but I have kind of forgotten it in my last push B session, which is the one you guys will see in a week or so's time, maybe a little more than that probably. After this one, I did just go back to good old school dumbbell side laterals, and those felt a lot smoother, a lot less wrenching on my shoulders, but still was happy with this. And we did 2 working sets here, so just some good direct side delt work. So we do a lot more side delt work in my push A session, so I really only ever do maybe 2 or 3 sets in this session. So then an exercise you haven't seen me do in a while, I got a nice good old school close grip bench press here, nice and controlled on the way down. You can see that I have my hands about shoulder width apart to kind of find that sweet spot and just driving up through with the triceps here. We're working with 2 plates here. You got to remember, this is what, my 6th exercise in, something like that. So at this point, I'm pretty well fatigued, but still felt really good. Push B session in the freaking books. Phenomenal session. Sorry, I'm trying to pull out of the road here. And or pull onto the road, I should say. Yeah. And there's a lot of cars. It's like 7:15. I don't know where all these cars are coming from, man, but traffic is a little bit heavy tonight. We got a whole line of cars out here. Yeah, phenomenal session, man. Wow, just a great session. A lot of fun. You gotta love a good hard session, man. I loved throwing back in that barbell close grip bench press. Mwah. Love you guys. See ya. Give a little shout out to the parents and all that. Send a little love their way as we leave. Anyways, yeah. Absolutely loved throwing in that close grip bench press. That was a ton of fun, and definitely one I'm going to keep in here until I feel like I need to change it. But I was just kind of struggling for a little while there, trying to figure out what was the right movement for tricep growth. And this session, this push B session, is just a gritty, hard, dungeon-y style push session. And so I'm like, you know what, why not just add that little bit extra and just throw in a bigger movement like a close grip bench press and just add some freaking mass, some slabs onto the tricep. So that was my 6th movement in. I was still happy to hit 225 for 6, and that's, of course, nice and close grip, well within side shoulder width, and bringing the bar all the way down to the chest. And again, obviously very, very late into the session, so I was happy with very happy with that. So, but that'll definitely be our back off set soon. I can tell for sure. I can just based on the way it felt today, I was like, all right, yeah, we're gonna be able to get strong on this pretty quick. So yeah. But yeah, phenomenal session, guys. Flat dumbbell press is skyrocketing right now. Super happy with that. I feel like I've finally found like my rhythm with pressing, as far as still really controlling that eccentric, but at the same time, coming out explosive out of the bottom of that press. Like I'm leaving the gym right now. I feel pumped. I mean, I did just have a post-workout meal, mind you. But I just can tell, like, muscle-wise, I don't feel flat. I don't feel deflated. I feel quite the opposite. I feel pumped to the gills, feeling great leaving the gym. So, yeah. So post-workout meal already consumed. Guys, I'll tell you what. This is just my post-workout meal. It's a big meal. I mean, like, all my meals right now are pretty large, to be honest with you, at this stage in the off-season. Again, I'm currently sitting just under 4,200 calories. We're, consistently, closing in on that 600 grams of carbs per day, 320 grams of protein, hovering around that 75 grams of fat as well. So my body's cruising, you know what I mean? My body is, we're eating a lot of food, put it that way. Like, no doubt about it, we are eating a lot of food. And, you know, luckily it's something I've kind of slowly built up to. So it's one of those things where my body is very used to it. Like, I didn't start adding food until my body got comfortable with where I was at with food. You know, obviously still in a surplus in the off season, but my surplus started out pretty small, got a little bit bigger, got a little bit bigger, got a little bit bigger, and now it's kind of at that point where it's getting to the point where, you know, the scale is continuing to, you know, creep up. And I don't think that we will be adding a lot more food on top of what I'm eating right now in this off season. Maybe next off season, you know, to get bigger and bigger and bigger for sure. But in this off season in particular, I don't foresee. I don't think if there is any extra food, it's only going to be a little bit. Put it that way. Only going to be a little bit for sure. So, yeah. Other than that, I actually have a few stops to make. I'm running and grabbing some 45-pound plates like I was talking about in the intro, so I got to stop and get a little cash from the ATM and then run and grab those so I can enhance my leg days, have an extra 90 pounds to work with on my leg days. That should last me a little while for you know, for my leg pressing movements and all that kind of stuff that I do there. So that should, yeah, that should last me for a little bit. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, do that and then go home and get ready for tomorrow. Make me breakfast. I do have a few food items I need to make. I think actually, because I know my wife's a G, absolute gangster. Shout out, natty wife. You're the bomb. Super hot. Way out of my league. Dear God, it's like not even close. Like, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, ugh. You know, it's one of those things where it's like our mirror in my bathroom has like ripples through it, like cracks. You know, from just me consistently having to look at it. It's brutal. But then I look at my wife and I'm just like, oh, like angel. Like, why do you even talk to me? It's weird. But yeah, she's super hot. So very blessed guy for sure. Regardless, she, you know, has really been, you know, helping me make food and stuff like that. And especially lately, you know, she's been really been an absolute gangster, you know, kind of helping me balance, you know, food prep and all that. So I really appreciate her. So if she sees this, I know she doesn't watch a whole lot of my videos. They're not her, not her kind of content. And also, you know, we're married, so I kind of just tell her about my workouts and stuff anyways. And yeah, but if she does see this, on the off chance she does, I love you. Thank you for being a gangster. Help me out. You're the best. But yeah, before I continue to just keep ranting and raving about a whole lot of nothing, you know, just talking about random stuff, just cut it there. Again, phenomenal session. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are so close, guys, still so close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. We're just getting closer and closer and closer. And so it's one of those things where, again, I've really been trying to stay on top of consistent content every 2-3 days, you know, posting a full length video on YouTube, you know, posting, you know, on my shorts on Instagram and on TikTok. So I'm really hoping that starts to kind of, you know, continue to pay off. Not kind of, but, you know, continue to pay off. Because I am really trying to stay uber consistent. Like, I want to take this social media to the next level and, you know, see what I can do with this. Why not? We got one life to live. Why not, you know, give as many things as possible your all? You know what I mean? So we'll give it a shot. If you like the video, please feel free to drop a like. That'd be awesome. Share it. Let your friends know about the Natty Teacher. That's awesome. Just going to help with the continued growth of our channel and our little community here. And if you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please feel free to reach out to me in the comment section below. Of course, if you are interested, and I know I already plugged this in the intro as well, but just to recap it, if you are interested in working with me as a coach, remember, I am not a Mr. Olympia competitor. I am not a Mr. Olympia coach by any means, but I really do enjoy it, and I'm pretty dang good at the basics of, you know, calculations, getting people set up with a, you know, basic diet, training plan, and prep and all that. I'm pretty consistent with you know, updates and all that, so you'll get to, you know, if you do want to work with me, you'll get to know me pretty well, and I'll be bugging you a lot for updates. not a lot, but you know, couple times a week, depending on where you're at, of course. But again, if you're an entry-level bodybuilding, participant, you want to do your first show, or maybe you've competed and you want to come in a little bit better, that is the clientele with bodybuilding prep that I'd say I would specialize in. And then, of course, if you are a lifestyle client, you want to lose weight, you want to build muscle, you want to do both. Maybe you're unsure of what direction you want to go, with it. You want to, you've been working out for a long time, and you're like, man, I just feel stagnant. I'm not sure exactly what the next step to take my physique to the next level is. I'm your guy. Please reach out, and I will absolutely hook you up, and I can send you all my information, pricing, all that kind of fun jazz. So, yeah. Without further ado, we'll leave it there, man. So most importantly to y'all, hey, God bless. And for myself, the Natty Teacher, and the whole Natty family, again, thank y'all for tuning in and watching. I love y'all, and we'll catch you on the next one.